email to get through first. First, from Kevin. Says, Dear Steve, been a big fan of the show for a long time. My cow Bessie threw a shoe and I wanted you to have it for good luck in your shop. Kevin, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Sure get hung up. And we've got a couple more letters to get to. Dear Steven, don't you think you should have a coat on? Love, Mom. Yeah, it's hanging right over the... I'll put it on. And our last letter for the day. Dear Steve, having a regular cab pickup truck, how do you deal with storage? You know, that's an excellent question. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to address today with some simple around-the-house stuff. And for this episode, we're going to deal with behind the cab storage. As you can see, I got the seat moved up. We're right in the back window here. And you see there really isn't a whole lot of storage. And the first thing we're going to do is not clean this up. This is what we call truck character. This takes years to accumulate. Do not get rid of it. And what are we going to use to add some more storage to the back of that truck and to keep things secure with simple things you find around the house? Right here. That's a curtain rod. A lot of people got these sitting in their basement. Go ahead and grab one. And I'm going to show you how to secure this inside the cab of your truck. First, make sure you have a curtain rod that's long enough. And if you notice, I have this coax cable, and that's for my ham radio antenna that I have in this truck here. And in one of these episodes, I'll show you how I installed an amateur radio in this pickup truck. And all you're going to need to install that curtain rod is a Phillips head screwdriver and a couple of drywall screws. And you're going to grab yourself a pliers, and you're going to bend one side, or should I say both sides of the curtain rod straight. So what you have is the holes that are already in curtain rods, then you have a nice secure point for the screw. You're going to do that to both sides. And as you can see, I now have that nice and secure in the back, and you can follow it all the way to the other side. And you can see that now we have a place to put stuff that's not going to be all jostling around and moving around and falling under the seat. And, well, what do I want to store in my pickup truck? Let's talk about it. You're going to want to store antifreeze, because the truck's going to go through that like you wouldn't believe. You're going to want a quart of oil, because you're going to need at least another one of those every 500 miles. You're going to want various other fluids, like transmission fluid. You're also going to want windshield wash. You're going to want to carry a siphon to somehow suck out the power steering fluid that somehow manages to instantly go bad. You're going to want a sweet collection of bungee cords. You're going to need a set of jumper cables. And you're going to need an extra hubcap, because in a performance vehicle like this, you're going to be losing hubcaps as you're taking those corners. You're going to want a rubber mallet and Dad's hammer that you haven't returned to him yet. You're going to need a roll of Gorilla Tape for when you have to tape a fender back on or tape a taillight back in. And you're also going to need a healthy collection of rags for when things start leaking or you have to check some things. So there's what I have for what I gotta keep inside this truck. And I'll tell you one more tip for what to keep in the cab of your pickup. And lastly is an itchy wool blanket. Because with a truck like this, it's just going to happen. Women are going to be drawn to it. They're going to want to ride. And happen they get cold, you offer them the itchy wool blanket. Once they realize it's just an itchy wool blanket, then they're just going to be cuddling up with you. I hope you learned a lot in the shop today. Stay tuned. We've got some performance episodes coming up, and we've got an Easter special coming up. Take care, everybody.